We are here today with Dr. Tyler Field from Blanchard Valley Veterinary Clinic, and he's going to tell us about his history as a veterinarian. What inspired you to become a veterinarian?
So I grew up in a kind of small rural city outside of Findlay, not far from Marion, Ohio. And I grew up doing 4-H. I pretty much raised rabbits and poultry ever since I was about 8 years old. So I had a lot of the little guys, and so I had a little bit of exposure to kind of the livestock production world of having kind of the chickens and turkeys, and then also the companion animal side with the rabbits. So it was a nice little exposure to both sides of kind of what we see in veterinary medicine and some different viewpoints. But ever since I was little, I've been exposed around animals, and I was always curious and learning about them, and that kind of spearheaded me into wanting to be a veterinarian.
Okay. What led you to join the team here?
So I graduated from the University of Findlay in 2014, and so I was familiar with the area, and I really was looking for a place where I could kind of get my hands dirty with exotic pets and really kind of see a lot of different things. And Blanchard Valley was one of those places that could service all of those things that I was looking for, and so I just felt it was a pretty nice coincidental fit for me that I knew the place. I loved the practice, the people, and the location, and so that kind of got me here.
Okay. What is your area of interest?
I really do like working with our exotic pets and patients here. Again, with working with the rabbits, I kind of always was around them, so I wanted to kind of keep that part with me as I kind of worked through my job.
Okay. Do you have any memorable stories about dealing with exotics?
Recently, I had a little bearded dragon that had a leg injury, and he had a bone infection associated with that injury. And I felt that to give him the best opportunity for having a comfortable life from here, that amputation of his leg was going to be really beneficial for him. He was, I think, maybe 24 grams, so he was really small, but we did his amputation, and I saw him a couple weeks ago, and it's all healed up. He's moving around, loving life, and keeping comfortable.
Okay. Why should people be aware of before they buy an exotic?
I think the biggest thing is that a lot of people who want an exotic pet from a multiple standpoints financially think that they're a little bit cheaper, but I will say sometimes they're a little bit more costly, especially when you start talking about reptiles and those sorts of things. Having a good diet, having good enclosure size and settings, because you have to have temperature control, humidity control, a variety of things to feed them. So they can be a little bit more involved than I think what most people realize. And so doing a lot of research and what you're wanting and what you're looking for is really important before you actually get one.
Okay. How important is a good nutrition program for an exotic pet?
Very important. So about 90% of the reasons why we see a lot of our primarily reptile cases, there's usually some sort of issue in husbandry or care, whether it's diet or environmental setting. And so if we can do good stewardships of doing that researching this information in reliable sources up front, we can hopefully minimize the chances that they go into any sort of illness and need to see us. But if there are issues, we usually like to try to get this information so we can try to help those owners out.
Okay. If people would like more information about the practice, how can they obtain it?
So they can visit our website, Blanchard Valley Veterinary Clinic online, or they can give us a call, and so our number is 419-422-3292. We also do have emails if people are wanting to give us concerns on a case or they see us and they're wanting to update or get more information, they can also email us.
Thank you for your time today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is Abhinaya Rajan reporting for the Findlay Digital Media Club.